Ocho Cinco, was he a quarterback?
Your ass better call somebody.
His team hasn't won a national championship since before he was even born.
Diggs gone for the touchdown. Caldwell Pope. How about that one, baby? Let's go. Come on.
Come back, Kelly.
I love college football.
Go Dogs.
Go Tigers.
Roll Tide, roll. Roll RMFT. Roll motherfucking Tide.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the College Football Weekly Matchup. Week 7. Had a crazy week of college football. I know some very interesting games. I know coming from the Alabama fan over there, and Josh, Clemson. We had Clemson play, Georgia play. Georgia, they did what I said. They stopped Auburn. I know it's not saying much. I know they don't play nobody, but hey, I picked the minus 29.5. But Josh, very interesting week for you. Alabama dropping a little bit. I know we're going to talk a little bit about that. But how was your week of college football?
Yeah, it was good. Anxiety, the agony of that game against Texas A&M. Can we? I mean, Jalen Milroe just fumbled his spoon out of his cereal, and Will Anderson went to pick it up and ran right by it. And then our field goal kicker went to pick it up and missed it. So, I don't know if you can play any more sloppier than what you played on Saturday. They were lucky to get out of there with a win.
Which had more anxiety, that or the Texas game?
That game.
Yeah, I figured.
I would have thought it was Texas for
We
sure.
were watching it. We were sitting around playing poker Saturday night, and we had it on. And I told Bryson, I said, "Yeah, Josh is probably really hot right now." I was like, "I bet."
I didn't want to text you or anything like that because I was like, he's probably.
I was surprised. Nobody texted throughout the game. Nobody said anything.
I was a little worried.
Well,
we were playing poker, so we were like kind of watching it, kind of focusing on the poker.
Well, the mood was kind of weird because I just got back from my uncle's funeral.
Yeah.
So I didn't have like all the mojo right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
I just got back, but I did set up all TVs before I left.
So did morning. When you change back, did you like change jerseys mid-game or anything like that?
No.
Okay.
No.
Nothing happened though. No change of jerseys, anything.
No.
Gotcha.
No. I got back just in time to watch the end of the Georgia game, Georgia-Auburn.
All right, Bryson. Sorry.
Damn.
Oh, God. Yeah, there goes the camera. The camera follows. Okay. Bryson's here with us.
Hey.
Got his ass whooped in poker Saturday night. I know I ended up coming out victorious in the poker game after we split everything. Bryson, I know you played golf. We played poker Saturday night. Did catch some football. We did Texas A&M. Caught some other games too. LSU getting beat down, stuff like that. Bryson, how was your week?
Yeah, it was pretty good. Sucked ass at golf. Florida beat Missouri, 24-17.
Yep. Very impressive win.
Yeah, thank you. That was a tough one.
It was tough. Tough for Georgia too. Never know. Hey, SEC football, baby. Clemson don't know nothing about that.
That's right.
Okay.
We got a lot of good games this weekend, and I know Clay's on here now. He's going to try to beat me. I think he's a little salty because I beat him last weekend with the NFL picks. All I gotta say is the Giants are the real deal this year. Okay.
Yeah, well, they're about to come back to life this week when they play the Ravens. I hate to tell you, Lamar Jackson's probably about to eat their lunch. Preston, we'll come to you last since we're going around the screen here. Clay, Bryson came and tied you. I believe he tied you at 6 wins on the NFL show. What's your thoughts here coming into the college football show? I know you don't watch a lot of college, so what's your thoughts? Bryson's been the champ. Bryson's a champ right now. Can you dethrone him?
I don't think I can dethrone him, but I'm gonna take him this week. That's for sure. And a tie's a win there, Bryce. I give you the win for NFL, so a tie here will be a win for me. Just so you know.
Gotcha. Preston with us. Clemson looking good. Clemson, playing pretty good right now. Looking like they got that cakewalk like Georgia to the playoffs so far. Any thoughts, Preston? How was your week?
Oh, my week was really good. Kind of get back into like things at work because I had a week off before that. But watching the games, Clemson's got 2 ranked wins. They're chugging along, playing really good on defense. one of the best running defenses in the country. Again, they haven't played a lot of great talent just of yet. I think we kind of get that into the back end of our schedule, but I'm very happy with what they've got going on for right now.
Sorry, we are watching Bryson's dog walk across the camera. If you are listening to the podcast, Bryson's dog is just walking across the camera now. Right now, we are watching the Braves game right now. We're in the bottom of the 7th, up 3-0.
Are they playing?
So, yeah. Anyway, they are up 3-0. So if you hear us yell on the podcast, if you're not watching this on video, that's what we're doing. But let's get into the records for the week. Josh, can you go over the records for the week and the records overall?
Yes, I went 4-4, which brings my record to 18-21. You went 4-4, which brings your record to 16-23. Bryson went 2-6, which brings his record down to 19-20.
Oh, Josh is catching up.
And Preston went 3-5, which brings his record to 19-20.
Bryson and Preston's tied now.
Yep.
Uh-oh. The two underdogs from last year ended up didn't beat Josh last year. Now they're in the lead. But I think Josh is slowly creeping up. Maybe somehow, some hell and way I can creep up and get some.
Hey, I really think that all of y'all should take 3 losses.
What happened?
Oh,
no.
Pop fly. Sorry, Josh. I forgot Josh is behind. I apologize. Clay knows. Clay's not yelling over here. I apologize.
Listen. I think each one of y'all should take 3 losses for picking Oklahoma.
Shit, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, they look.
And I wanted
bad.
I was going to get to that for the rant. You know what? I'm going ahead and say it. We'll start off with that. That is embarrassment to come out and play a rivalry game, coming off a loss, coming off a bunch of losses, playing a rivalry game, supposed to be one of the best rivals, and losing, what was it, 45-0?
49.
49-0, excuse me. I mean, that's just embarrassing. I mean, everybody should be fired. They're probably not. I mean, they don't have an easy game left on the schedule. And I told y'all this before. I thought Oklahoma was overhyped a little bit. I didn't think they were that good. And they have a tough schedule towards the back end. They might get 7 wins, 8 wins. I mean, they're not good. And to come off and lose like that, they better – I don't care who they play this week. I don't care if they played Alabama. They better come with fire under their ass somehow.
They play in Kansas this week.
Well, somehow, some hell and way, they're playing Kansas. And Oklahoma and Kansas, isn't that the two most known place to like tornadoes or something? I don't know. Anyway, but anyway, they better. Kansas is not undefeated no more, correct? They played TCU.
They lost last
week.
week.
Anyway, so Kansas is probably going to beat them. But Oklahoma, they need to do something. Somebody needs to be fired. There's Bryson's dog walking across again. But yeah, anyway, I just wanted to say that. Let's get in. Let's recap a little bit, some games here, because I know we got a lot to talk about here for a minute. We had Bama. We spoke a little about this. Bama edging out A&M in a scare 24-20. Josh, give your thoughts on the game. Any thoughts there?
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of what I said before. You fumble the ball 3 times, throw an interception, and then he comes out, Milroe comes out in the second half, and the very first play throws it straight to an A&M player who missed it. But they could have started off with another interception. That might have been the game right there. All I know is if Bryce Young's not playing this week, we may be in trouble.
Ooh. So the last thing I heard, I mean, is it promising for him to play this week, correct?
Yeah, it is. And Tennessee has the 128th ranked pass defense.
Yeah. Preston, any thoughts on Texas A&M and Alabama?
Well, the only thought I had was that, I mean, I thought it was a very amusing game. I didn't watch a lot of it because I was watching the Clemson-Boston College game where an actual top 4 team played like a top 4 team. But I'm going to get away from that.
Oh, come on. They play fucking Boston College. A&M.
I don't want to hear shit. You have to play every Saturday. I don't care.
First of all, I'm not saying anything's rigged. I'm not saying anything rigged. But this game right here, the A&M Alabama game, there is no way in hell that game was going to be a blowout. I know it should be. I know I said earlier in the season that was going to be a blowout. But with Alabama not being that good, and as televised as this game was, Jimbo versus Nick Saban, stuff like that, for the ratings and whatnot, this game wasn't going to be a blowout. It was going to be a good game regardless. And it was a night game. I mean, they had to make this game a big deal. I mean, I don't know. Come on, Boston College, get out of here.
Okay.
Go ahead. Anyway, any thoughts?
Well, there's two things in it that I wanted to say to it. So on the last drive where Texas A&M is going down the field, that play where the receivers got, I think it's a safety in the corner right there, and he's in the middle of them both, and he goes up and catches the ball where it goes right through his hand. I thought, obviously, it's a bad break for Alabama because that ball should have really been intercepted or at least knocked down. But what a catch. I mean, really, what a catch. He's right there on the sidelines, got 2 Alabama defenders. He's able to have it go right through the other guy's hand. He catches it, hits the ground. And I think that puts them right there. That right there would put them in like field goal position, but they were down 4, so they had to go for it anyways. And then at the very end of it, pass interference, whatever. But did y'all see Jimbo's son yelling in the corner of the end zone at the ref, at the back judge? He was sitting there because he's got these big chains on. He's got his hat backwards. It's too big for him. It's funny to me. I was sitting there laughing because he's sitting there like cussing and yelling at the refs. I'm like, why is this guy on the field?
He's got a hat on that says "Little Fish,"
I mean,
and his jersey says "Little Fish."
What a
And
doofus.
he looks like he's 27 years old.
He looks like he still goes to high school parties.
But so, not sure if pass interference can be called an uncatchable ball.
Yeah, it was one of those things.
Even if he did catch the ball, it would have carried him out of bounds.
He would have been on the 1 yard line. He was already out of the end zone.
But the play before that, I was questionable pass interference where we intercepted the ball in the end zone. That was. I mean, they gave him another shot right there.
Was that the one where they said that the tight end or something like that was like hooked or something like that? If I'm not mistaken.
No, they're saying he pulled his jersey, but the ball was real high. Our guy went up and intercepted it, but it got called back for pass interference.
Gotcha. Bryson, I know we were watching. I mean, we were playing poker, but we did have the game on screen. We were in an intense poker game, very intense poker game. We haven't done it in a while. I was very excited. But Bryson, any thoughts on Alabama and A&M?
Yeah, we were watching that on a big 12-inch screen. So
big 12-inch screen of iPad while we were outside playing poker in the garage.
That
Thanks for the invite.
You're welcome.
Wasn't my house.
The
but
one.
anyway.
The pass interference before the last play of the game, yeah, like Josh said, very questionable. I don't see pass interference there. I like the pregame, Jimbo was like looking at Saban's back the whole time, wanting to shake his hand, and Saban turned around and was, "Oh, hey, what's up?" I found that pretty funny. I was ready for a little tumble, at the end of the game. I like to see Saban one time just
RKO out of nowhere.
Yeah, hit that right hook one time, but good game. I was very surprised. I thought really it's going to be a blowout, in my opinion, the way A&M's been playing. But
speaking of that, I know we got to get into other things here, but anybody see the Deion Sanders and the altercation? I mean, Josh, any thoughts on that?
That was Deion shook his hand.
Yeah,
and then went in for a hug, and dude put the block on him, and then that offended Deion, and he shoved him. Which I don't think Deion should have done that. I think he should just took the blow and walked away. You're supposed to be a leader for those players and stuff.
Did you hear what the other coach said in the post conference though when they asked him about it? He said that Deion had walked the long way around the field, walked through their warm-ups, didn't speak to any other players or the coach, kind of just ignored them all, walked right through their stuff, goes to the sideline. And then he says, God, what did he say? One thing that I thought was very interesting was the coach says, I hope Deion doesn't get a D1 offer because I hope they schedule us for their homecoming next year because I want my redemption. And I was like, this guy's angry. He was pissed at Deion just because Deion is – I get it because Deion is really what's bringing the HBCUs back to like where everybody's paying attention to them again. He's really bringing attention to them. And I guess the guy thought, wow, he's just going to walk right through our practice or warm up and just big time us and just ignore us. And then at the very end of it, he wants to acknowledge us like, oh, great game after you just won. No, that's not how I want to do this. If you're going to come and interrupt us, shake my hand, get off my field. Like we're going to go our separate ways and I'm going to see you next year, hopefully. But this guy doesn't want Deion to get a D1. He wants to face Deion next year at Jacksonville State. I mean, he really wants to, I guess, pay it back. But I'm sure they're probably going to talk. But, yeah, Deion shouldn't have shoved him. I mean, we've seen one player this week shove somebody he shouldn't have, and it's really starting to bite him in the butt. So it's just a lesson. Everybody stop shoving people on the football field.
You talking about the NFL or you talking about Devontae Adams? Oh, yeah, we didn't speak about that on NFL.
That was dude. The cameraman knew exactly, or that sound guy knew exactly what he was doing.
It doesn't matter.
what
You
he
still
was
can't
doing.
do it. You can't do it though. You can't shove
Yeah,
him.
you
He
can't.
walked
shove
in
him,
front of him. I mean, he could have just like.
But it's not like he cut him off. He didn't just like he walked in front of him. He should have 100% let Devontae go through, but it doesn't matter. Devontae is this massive guy. He
could at least picked him up or something, you know.
Well, yeah, he stood over them. He stood over them too.
The reason I have a problem with what Deion did is because he's supposed to be a leader for these guys, and all of college football, all the brawls happen in HBCU when you see brawls go out happening. So, you know, did they get a double play?
No, he caught it over his head in foul territory. Riley did. What a heck of a catch!
Boy, what a catch! That's 2 top 10 plays, one by Dansby, one by Riley.
All right,
anyway,
let's keep it going. You good?
Damn.
Sorry, I didn't mean. I thought you were done. I'm sorry. I apologize. Keep going. So you're on the other coach's side. You're not on Deion's side, correct? Is that what you're saying?
I'm not.
I think they're both in the wrong.
Both in the wrong. What were you saying, Josh? You agreed with what? I mean, you didn't agree with what the other coach did, or you agreed with Deion, or?
No, I don't agree with Deion. I mean, he, like I said, he's supposed to be a leader, supposed to lead by example, and that's not leading by example. I was talking about how most college football brawls happen at the HBCU level, and you know, you need to lead by example. If your players go out there and get in a brawl, how are you going to sit there and as a coach and address that situation when you just shoved another opposing coach the week before? You know, I just don't.
So what?
I
So maybe I'm not
caught
caught up. I know we don't need to be on this too much longer, but what did he do exactly? Because I know maybe Preston was saying, maybe I missed it, but what did he do?
I mean,
exactly
he shoved the guy. He shoved him.
But I thought the other guy shoved him away.
No, he threw a block. He put his arm up. He threw up a block to keep him from hugging him, and then he turned and walked away. And as he turned and walked away,
so what would you do in that situation? Just wondering.
I would just walk away, dude. You don't want to give me some HBCU love? I'll just walk away. Like, I shook your hand. I just won. I'm Deion Sanders. I'm walking away.
So if
I don't know, if somebody threw up a block at me,
I'm talking about what would you do if you're the other
kind
coach?
of pissed myself.
Yeah, but of course this guy's going to say all he did was throw up a block, but you never know what he mumbled in his ear. He could have said something terrible in Deion's ear. I mean, at the end of the day, if somebody said something about me, I would have shoved him.
I don't think he said anything, but no, I just didn't. I mean, Bryson, go quickly. Give us any thoughts on it.
I gave him the stunner. That's what I would have done.
Gave who? Deion or the other guy?
The other coach.
Yeah. I don't know. I think Deion.
Then he would say, "Hit my theme music."
I didn't think. I mean, the way I understood it, I didn't know the stuff about what Preston said, but I didn't. I mean, I thought the guy putting up the block. I thought he was in the wrong. That was me personally, but I don't know. I think I would be kind of mad if somebody put up a block at me, and I don't know. Anyway, let's keep it going here. We had Tennessee rolling LSU. I mean, we'll keep it going, but Josh, I mean, any thoughts on LSU's performance in that game?
Yeah, man, they just not good right now, and Kelly is having an issue. Brian Kelly's having an issue.
You think he'll be still in after this season, or what?
Yeah, I think they'll give him one more year, but
gotcha.
But yeah, did
he get a lot of money? I'm not fully familiar. Did he get a bunch of money?
I'm sure he did.
A long contract. I thought he did. I can't remember.
Yeah, I think he got a long one, like 8 years or something like that.
Preston, any thoughts? LSU's performance, 40-13.
Tennessee just keeps, just showing me they're a way better team than I definitely thought. It's Heupel, right? Josh Heupel or Heupel? Heupel. Heck of a coach, man. I don't really know much about him. I really don't know much about him. I don't know much about the Tennessee game. I hear that their defense isn't an exceptional unit, but their offense seems to be, going out there and performing each week. So their
defense, I would say, is a little bit better than what I thought maybe last week.
Well, they're going to need a good defense this week for sure.
Their defense is not in the top 50 in any category.
No, they're not. But I was saying I thought they maybe were a little bit better this week than weeks past. I mean, I don't know. Maybe LSU's just that bad. Hey,
it really is hard to look bad against LSU.
Dog down.
Hey, they made Anthony Richardson look like Lamar Jackson.
Yeah. No, I know. I mean, no, I agree. I mean, I believe Alabama's going to put up at least 50 points this week. I mean, not go ahead and get into it. What are you shaking your head for? Bryce?
They're They're not scoring 50 points. They're not.
Shut up.
Tennessee is not going to allow Alabama to have the ball that many times to score 50 points.
What do you mean? Tennessee's going to keep moving and moving and moving and moving. Alabama's going to keep getting the ball.
At a certain point, if Heupel's looking at the other sideline saying we're not stopping them and they're not stopping us, and they're going shot for shot, he's going to slow it down. You have to. You can't allow them.
I just hadn't seen. I mean, I haven't full on watched Tennessee games. I've watched for a little while, but I just don't see Tennessee slowing it down. I mean, they're always.
You don't have to slow them down. Slow yourself down. Control what you can control.
That's what I'm saying. I haven't seen them slow themselves down on offense.
It's whoever gets a couple of stops, and you're not going to be able to substitute against Tennessee because they run.
They both might put up 50 points.
Take the over for sure. Well, unless the over's at like 75, then I would maybe pump the brakes just because I'd be a little worried.
Bryson, any thoughts LSU before we keep it going?
Yeah, whoever made that spread to be 4.5 they need to lose their job. I mean, that's ridiculous.
LSU was ranked.
I don't give a damn. How 4.5? How do you come up with that? But that's all I gotta say. Tennessee looking good, offense looking good, defense is not looking so great, but I think them and Alabama's going to have a little good matchup this weekend.
Gotcha. Let's recap a couple more here. I'll go through them real quick. Unbeaten, 38-31 over Kansas. TCU beating Kansas there. TCU is still looking hot. Had UCLA beating Utah 42-32. Chip Kelly, I believe it's Chip Kelly still at UCLA. I don't know why. Beating Utah, I think that's a very impressive win for UCLA, staying undefeated, I believe. They're still undefeated, correct?
Yeah.
Utah? UCLA, yeah.
Yeah. Oklahoma, we talked about that embarrassment. South Carolina upsetting Kentucky without Levis. Will Levis.
Didn't see that one.
Any thoughts on those games, Josh? I mean, any thoughts on the unbeaten teams right now? Do you think these unbeaten teams are for real?
Yeah, I think UCLA can give USC a run out there. We're going to find out this weekend how USC is against Utah.
I'll ask all you guys this. Who do you think out of the unbeaten teams, what we got? Syracuse, Syracuse, UCLA, TCU, besides some of those top teams like Bama and Georgia. Those
and Clemson.
Teams,
don't forget us.
Besides Clemson, I'm talking about the teams like UCLA, TCU.
You just want to
Syracuse.
subtly just write us off.
Yeah. Who do you think's the best undefeated team out of those, Josh?
I think it's USC.
Well, I would say out of those three teams, because I'm talking about the teams we didn't expect to see undefeated, like Syracuse, UCLA, and TCU. Who do you think?
I think UCLA.
Or James Madison. Isn't James Madison undefeated?
They're number 25, but they're not there now.
Yeah, I'm going with UCLA because of their running. I mean, their quarterback.
Gotcha.
Dorian something Thomas.
Preston, any thoughts on those games? I mean,
I think TCU is the best of those teams we didn't expect. I mean, they play really, really fast. Way more physical team in the trenches. They're one of the fastest teams, and speed kills. And they really put it on Oklahoma. No, who was it? Kansas? They beat the heck out of Oklahoma. Kansas. They just look really good. They look really good. No, not this past week. Obviously, they beat Kansas, but I think it was like 2 weeks ago.
UCLA played. I don't think UCLA played Oklahoma.
No,
TCU.
TCU. Oh, you're talking about? Excuse me. Yes, TCU.
The Frogs.
The Frogs. Yeah. Frogs. Yeah.
TCU for sure. I think of the best of those. But like Josh was saying, UCLA is no slump. I really do think they're going to give
what are you USC going up your hand for?
A run for their money in the Pac-12. So, but of those, I say TCU.
When you did that, they all turned Josh. Look at Josh's face. Josh's turn. Anyway. Keep it going. We are, like I said, if you are listening to this, we are watching Braves games. So if we get off track here, Bryson, who do you think's the best out of like UCLA, Syracuse, those TCU? Who do you think the best is out of those?
I gotta say UCLA, like Josh said, their quarterback's pretty damn good. Their whole team overall was pretty good. I think they can.
Chip Kelly.
Yeah, might make a little playoff run. Here we go, boys.
Yeah, I mean it's gonna be interesting this week.
He's made it once, hasn't he? He was the coach at Oregon, right?
Yeah, he was coach at Oregon. He was at Philadelphia.
No, I know that,
recently.
But he was with Oregon when they made the playoffs the first year, right?
Yeah. Any thoughts before we'll keep it going? Any thoughts on the Carolina game? Anybody have any thoughts?
Was not expecting that game.
I mean,
Was not
any
expecting
thoughts?
that.
Do you think, Josh? Does that make? I didn't watch this game. Does that make Will Levis, prove his, how much
His
he means to
importance?
that team? Yeah.
Yeah, I think it does. But South Carolina's been slowly getting better each week.
Yeah. They still got what's his name at quarter? They still got Radler. Is that who's
Yes.
still playing? Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha. All right. Well, we'll keep it going here. Get into the. Does anybody have before we get into player of the week? Anybody have a rant for the week? You do, Preston?
Yeah.
Okay, go for it.
So about the Braves.
Hey, hold on. I was about to say, let's guess. It's got to be about the Braves, but go ahead.
What the hell else would it be about?
Yeah.
So-
go ahead.
One of the best pitchers in all of baseball, Max Fried, and this is becoming an epidemic here in Major League Baseball across all levels, college and high school and everything like that. A pitcher can throw a ball with so much control, 60 feet, 6 inches from home plate. But when that ball is it's a soft ground ball, and it's going out, the pitcher's got to go off the mound, get it. For some reason, I can't find a pitcher that can successfully throw a damn ball from where he has to pick it up to first base without the guy having to jump 8 feet in the freaking air. I don't get it. Yesterday, that 3-run home run that Matt Olson had hit would have tied the game if he had just thrown the ball and gotten what's his name, Real Muto out at first. I don't get it. I don't understand how you're an exceptionally great pitcher, but you can't throw a ball accurately to first base without making Matt Olson, who's 6'5", jump 8 feet in the air to catch this ball and not have an ability to tag out the runner or at least be there before he gets it. I don't get it. How can you not throw that? I mean, it's happened so many times where I see so many pitchers just run out there and just beam the ball. I'm like, what are you doing? Like, how are you just throw it to him? Like, you ain't gotta throw it 100 miles an hour. The guy can catch it and you got time. Like, stop throwing it over the guy's head. Throw it to him. I don't get it, but that's it. Could have won that game yesterday.
Yeah.
No, I thought he was on the Angels.
He got traded.
I got a little
No,
rant
yeah,
for
picked
you.
up on everything.
I forgot about this one.
Go
With the Bojangles, okay? Got me and my pops.
Of course, it's about food. Come on.
Come on,
Yeah.
let's hear it.
Got me and pops some 2 4-piece Supreme combos, right? Y'all want to guess the price?
2 4-pieces?
Granted, I did get me him a large sweet tea. That's the only extra I added.
$27.62.
I was gonna say 26.
$31 fucking dollars.
Were they big pieces?
31. The damn chicken strips.
Did you get a
$31.
biscuit at least? Honey mustard?
I mean,
Right.
this is ridiculous.
I bet you the fries were in that little bag too, wasn't they? They in that small. No.
Bastard.
All fries.
Yeah, I was so mad. I got it to the window. She said $31. I said, "Excuse me, ma'am."
You got the right order?
She said, "What you have?" I said, "I had 2 Supreme combos."
All right, so hold on. What comes on Supreme for chicken?
Supreme's chicken tenders.
Oh, okay. That's
Chicken.
what they call it.
Yeah, they're good too.
Was it like the best meat they have or something?
All right,
Yeah.
let me ask you a question. I bet you still ate the hell out of those things too, didn't you?
You damn right I did.
You ate the box too for $31.
What was more worth it? What was more worth it? Josh's wings that were $130 or the chicken supremes?
That's just embarrassment.
Hey, just think about it. Every bite you were taking was $1.25.
Clay, would you have left if you saw $31?
Oh hell yeah! I'd have told her she'd keep it. Number one, I'm cheap, man. I don't. You know, when we tell you best cheap thing to get, go to Longhorn and get the little chicken bites that they got on the appetizer. It's only $6.99. They give you a little long boat full of them. Pretty cheap, bro. It's good.
What was that thing you were telling us? It was like
Hey, that shrimp. You
you
talking
talking about the air fryer?
Yeah.
I'm the king of the air fryer, bro. Don't even play. Hey, if you ever want to cook hot dogs, throw them things in the air fryer. That's where it's at. Hot dogs is the best thing to put in the air fryer. Promise.
I saw it eating out the package.
Oh, God. Yeah.
I mean, that's almost as bad as
I
just
bet you
boiling
do.
them.
You slurp them.
Stop. Let's stop. Please. All right, let's move it. Let's move it on here. No, yeah, Brian Clay's the type of person. He'll go to a steakhouse and get chopped steak, $10.99 every time. He ain't gonna order.
You
no
damn
regular.
right.
He ain't gonna order no good steak.
You want me to tell you
Even if
why?
he just
too?
won the lottery,
You don't
he's
want to know
getting
my
chopped
theory.
steak.
I'll give you my
No,
theory. I
no,
text
no.
it to you.
No.
That shit all comes out the same.
Dude, let me tell you.
Yeah,
I went to Senkaku, this little Japanese
Excuse me?
place to go place. And I got the shrimp fried rice, and then I got 2 sushi rolls. So that was
Chicago.
yeah, it was almost as much as your Bojangles.
I ain't gonna lie. I heard something way different when you said Sakako.
Well, Clay and them, I mean,
Senkaku.
shit. Clay and them went to movie theater today and spent like $40, didn't you?
It was $30 for tickets. We're the only people in the movies. Only people in the movies.
What'd you
Not
say?
$30 a piece. $30 altogether. 3 tickets.
Okay.
And then
I
we're the
want-
only people in the movies. There was only one person there, and he was doing popcorn. It was $27, 3 drinks popcorn.
It's fucking ridiculous.
Shit, I've left a movie because they told me I thought it was $11, and they told me it was $11.01. I got in my truck and left because they didn't have a penny.
They wouldn't just let you in over a penny?
Hell no, they didn't do that shit. They told me I needed a penny. I hate the movie theater. I haven't been to the movie theater in about 5 or 6 years. I probably haven't seen
I go by
100
myself.
movies in my life.
I go by myself. What movies y'all go see?
It was
We
for
took Brandon to see the Minions.
No.
Yeah.
All right, let me go with player of the week first.
Yeah, go ahead. You might have the same guy as me because if
right.
you guys don't have the same guy here, I mean, woo.
I mean, if you don't have Israel Abanikanda,
Yes.
the Pitt running back with 36 carries, 320 yards, and 6 touchdowns, then who do you got?
Over Virginia
Who
Tech.
do you
And they
got?
only won 40-something to 20-something.
I think he ended up with like 360-something total yards because he had some receptions too.
I didn't
But
see the
6
receiving
touchdowns.
yards, but yeah.
6 touchdowns. I mean, that's crazy.
Is that the best game in college football history? I mean, one of them is up there. I know they didn't
It's
play
got to
anybody.
be up there. Virginia Tech. They're okay. Virginia Tech ain't that good, but it ain't like they did it against Alcorn State.
Yeah. Preston, you got a player of the week?
I sure do.
Go for it.
Okay. Well, my player of the week is going to be on defense. You might have heard of this guy before.
Don't tell me it's a Clemson player.
It is the Clemson defensive end, Xavier Thomas. He played 6 snaps in the Boston College game. And in those 6 snaps, he had 4 tackles, 2 of which were tackles for loss and a fumble. So, I mean, this guy
I give
is
you
a
that. Time out. Okay, I disrespect. If you play 6 snaps and get 4 tackles on the play, I mean,
but why didn't he play more snaps?
Because he broke his foot in spring training, so this is his first game back. And Brian Brzee had a kidney infection, so he's coming back versus Florida State this week. So we should have
maybe they'll
Brian
get their
Brzee,
defensive line ready.
Oh, our entire defensive line should be back and healthy. It's going to play their first complete game together.
Hopefully they don't drop it this way. Hey.
Don't say that. Don't say that.
Florida State, they
Don't
coming.
say that. Don't say
anyway,
that.
Bryce, you got a player of the week? Same guy?
Yes. Yeah, same like y'all. I do want to say Georgia's running back, Brian Robertson. That's Nick Chubb's Jr. right there, son. Branson. Yeah, I'm sorry. Branson Robinson. Yeah, that's Nick Chubb's Jr. I mean, he had 12 carries, 98 yards, 1 touchdown. That's just a ball muscle right there. He's going to be nasty for y'all.
Speaking of Brian Robinson, dude coming back from the Redskins, he came out to that, so that was pretty cool. Coming out to what's called the
Mini Men.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. I'll give him that. Talking about that was cool. All right, let's get into the upcoming games. Here we got the first game. We're going 12 o'clock noon game. We got a lot of good games this week. Number 10, Penn State at number 5, Michigan. Michigan favored by 7.5. We're going to go across. We're going to go straight to Preston. Preston, who do you have in this game? Michigan favored by 7.5 at Michigan.
I really like Penn State in this one. I think Penn State plus 7.5 is a really good play here. I think Michigan last week they had a little bit of a struggle with Indiana. I believe that's who they were playing. This week I really like.
Time out. Is somebody vacuuming?
Yes.
Okay, that's what I hear.
Yes.
Hey, it's such on my phone's on 5%, so if y'all see me clock out, just letting y'all know.
Plug it in, dude. Just plug it in.
I can't. I got no. These are my only headphones I got right now.
Oh my Jesus Christ! All right, we'll have to get Bryson. Bryson, you be all right. 5%. Just let me know when it goes down to like 2. Is yours down?
Hey, real quick, Bryson, give us your picks before it dies.
Well, no, he'll be all right. We'll get him in a minute. Just keep it going. Hopefully, it'll stay. Hey, for some reason it dies, call me. Or you can't call me.
I'll text you my picks.
Yeah. You just all right, whatever. I was gonna say you could call me, say I'm on stream, whatever. We'll figure it out. I'll get your picks in a second. Anyway, So Preston, you're taking Penn State.
I like Penn State plus 7.5 here.
Gotcha. If you do hear a vacuum in the background, it's not too loud. Hopefully it ends soon. It's all good. Preston's at work. We'll keep it going. Hopefully it's not too loud. I apologize for whoever's listening. Josh, who you got?
Yeah, give me Michigan in the big house, minus 7.5.
Gotcha. Bryson, forgot your name for a minute. I don't know why. Bryson, who you got?
What happened with the Braves game?
They're trying to say it hit the netting on the side.
Oh, that's crap. It did.
Gotcha. Bryson, keep it going. Come on, 5%. Let's go.
Yeah, I'm at 5% right now, but yeah, give me Penn State. I like Penn State here. Michigan's really first true opponent. Give me Penn State. I like Penn State 7.5. Penn State.
All right, hey, Bryson, we're going to have to come to you first every time, so be ready.
Let's go.
We'll come to you first every time. All right.
I like
Clay, who you got?
Clay, who you going with?
Give me Michigan.
Michigan, minus
Big
7.5. So it's 2-2 right now. I'm going to break the tie. Neither team's really played nobody.
Josh, you took Michigan?
Yeah.
The vacuum's getting louder, son. You need to tell him to vacuum his ass to the left or something.
There you go. Oh, you didn't know?
Yeah. You need to tell his vacuum his
He's just right next to me. We're good. We're good.
Yeah, I hear it now.
Chris, who are you taking?
All right, Preston, I'm going to mute you until we get to your pick, but I'm taking Penn State. Sorry, plus 7.5. You didn't get that. Taking Penn State. Neither team's played nobody, but 7.5, that's a lot of points. So give me Penn State. All right, let's go. Saturday, 3:30. We got Oklahoma State. Battle of the quarterbacks here. Two quarterbacks have been playing well. Oklahoma State at TCU, number 13, TCU, number 8, Oklahoma State. TCU favored by 3.5, excuse me. Bryson, who you going with?
I like the Horned Frogs right here. TCU, they had a good game last weekend against Kansas. They look pretty good. They're a pretty fast team. I'm going with TCU.
Gotcha. I'm going to go with Penn State. I like Sanders. He's been playing really well.
Oklahoma State.
Excuse me. I apologize. Hey, we just got back from Penn State. Calm down over there. Calm down. You write the picks down. Calm down. Anyway, Oklahoma State. I know they're on the road, but Sanders has been good. He's cut down the turnovers a little bit this year. I think he's in the Heisman run. So I like Oklahoma State here to, I wouldn't say upset, but to win this game. Clay, I know you probably know nothing about either team really, but who you going with?
Oh,
you need to know.
Give me the Frogs.
You need to know the line.
Give me the Frogs.
You and Bryson agreeing so far, or no? But y'all disagreed on the last pick. So Clay is taking the Horned Frogs minus 3.5. Josh, who you got?
Yeah, give me the Cowboys. Oklahoma State Cowboys plus 3.5.
Gotcha. Oklahoma State. So it is 2-2 again. Oh, the vacuum is loud. Preston, who you got? Hurry up.
I like TCU minus 3.5.
All right, Preston's got TCU. We apologize for the vacuum. I might have to get. Oh, Jesus Christ!
It's
hey, give us. No, I'm not gonna keep. Huh?
He wants a second. Unmute him.
Josh, what do you want? Oh, what?
Hey, Josh.
Oklahoma State.
Oklahoma State. Okay, he's writing them down. All right, I think we'll unmute you in a minute. Hey, if the vacuum's going away, you just let us know. Anyway, so yeah. All right, next game we'll go to Saturday, 3:30. Number 15, NC State at number 18, Syracuse. Bryson, how's the phone looking over there?
The phone is on currently 4%. Only lost 1%. All right, here we go.
All right, NC State at Syracuse. Syracuse favored by 5.5. Bryce, who you got?
Yeah, give me the Big Orange, Syracuse here.
The Big Orange. You like their mascot?
Yes.
Big Orange. All right, just saying. I kind of like the mascot too. All right, we'll go to Preston. We'll lead it back to Preston here. Preston, who you got?
NC State plus 5.5. I think they're a better team.
Gosh, so Preston's going with NC State. Josh, who you going with in this one?
Yeah, I'm going with the Orange, playing in their weird dome with their weird.
Staying undefeated here.
And yeah, I think they do stay undefeated. And
then they get in the top 10. Did they get in the top 10 if they win this or no?
No.
Right outside the top 10.
Yeah, right outside. But yeah, I'm going with Syracuse minus 5.5.
Gotcha. I'm going to take I don't know much about their field. Josh kind of threw me off on that. I didn't know much about their field, but I don't know. I mean, Syracuse hadn't really played nobody. NC State, I know they haven't looked that good. They stayed pretty close with Clemson. It was somewhat of a close game. So I'm going to take NC State's not that bad. Give me NC State. Let Syracuse prove it to me. I think 5.5 is too many points. Clay, who you going with? Oh, they're pissed. The Braves game just froze. Froze for us too, Preston.
I'm going to go with orange.
Clay is taking the Syracuse orange. Bryson, you took NC State, right?
How dare you?
Oh, no, you took orange.
Big orange.
Okay, big orange. Am I the only one that took NC State? Or
No, Preston did.
Gotcha. Yeah, we saw you. We see you. Okay, he's gone. Okay, gotcha. We'll unmute you.
Question. Chris, who did you take? Did you take Syracuse?
I took NC State. Sorry.
NC State?
Plus 5.5. All right, let's keep it going here. We got some night games here. We got Saturday. LSU at Florida. Florida favored by 3.5. Bryson, big game for the Gators. Soon they'll be playing Georgia. I know we're headed to that game. He is back. Jesus Christ. I mean,
Hang on, no. We're playing at LSU.
Oh, are you? Did I write it wrong? I don't know how LSU, I feel like, had so many home games. Are you sure about that?
I'm pretty sure I thought we were playing at LSU.
Look it up. Or you can't look it up. Never mind. Hey, Preston, you're not doing nothing. Look up and see who's playing, where they're playing at. So, Bryson.
It's at Florida.
Okay, it's at Florida. I apologize if I wrote that wrong. Or no, I was right. At Florida. Bryson, who you going with? Minus 3.5 for Florida.
Man, I'm going with Florida. LSU's not looking good in my opinion. So I can't say much for us. We ain't looking that good, but come off to win Missouri. Hopefully we can keep the momentum going. After this week, we got a bye week for the big game that we're going to. Give me Florida.
Gotcha. Could be kind of a look ahead for Georgia.
Watch out.
Maybe they let down here. Josh, any thoughts? I mean, do you think they're going to let down here because they're looking towards Georgia or no?
No, they have a week off. They'll have their mind set on LSU.
Oh. Gotcha. So who you taking?
I'm taking the Gators.
Gotcha. I'm going to agree with y'all. I'm taking the Gators as well. LSU didn't look too hot, even though they, probably want to come back and prove themselves here. Minus 3.5. I don't know. Florida's not a bad team. I mean, they're up and down, but I think I'm going to take the Gators here. Clay, who you going with?
I'm taking Florida.
Hey, you ought to be different here. You don't know.
Dude. LSU's been losing. I watched LSU play.
Somebody be there. Preston, who you going with? You taking – hold on. I didn't unmute you.
Florida, minus 3.5.
Everybody taking Florida here. I thought this would be a little bit different. I thought somebody would take LSU. God, I should have taken LSU. Can I change my pick?
No.
Am I allowed, Josh?
Is your show?
You didn't let me change last year. No.
I can't change after on the show?
No.
Right,
you didn't let me do it.
I don't remember that, but I won't change it then. I'm going to change it. All right, anyway.
Go to me first.
Let's keep it going here. Yeah, we'll go to Clay first. Let's go to Mississippi State, 7:30 game. Mississippi State, number 16, at number 22, Kentucky. Mississippi State favored by 6.5. Clay,
give me Mississippi State.
Minus 6.5.
Yes.
That is not a good pick, I don't think. I think that's too many points.
How many quarterbacks did Kentucky have?
Kentucky's coming back. I think Levis is supposed to play this week. From what they said, it's pretty promising. So I don't know. I mean, I don't think it's bad.
Give Mississippi State.
He's taking Mississippi State. I just think it's too many points. Kentucky coming off a loss. I don't know. I feel good about this one, even though Mississippi State hasn't looked bad. They haven't really played, too much, and a lot of tight games. I don't know. I think Kentucky wins this game outright. So give me Kentucky. Bryson, who you got?
Yeah, give me my favorite team, the Wildcats here.
Yeah, his second or third, 42nd favorite team, how many favorite teams he's got. How's Appalachian State been doing, Bryce?
You're doing okay.
I haven't heard much from them. How many games they lost? Just that one?
2.
2? Who else they lose to?
The last weekend against
all right, never mind. Josh, you got?
I'm going with Mississippi State.
I think y'all wrong here. I think I don't like that pick. Give me Preston. Who you got? I feel good about my pick. Did I unmute you, Preston?
I like Mississippi State minus 6.5. I think they're going to be able to, take care of business enough. I think there's a better team. I really do.
Gotcha. So everybody's taking Mississippi State besides me, correct?
Bryson.
I took Kentucky.
Hell yeah. Bryson, hey, we on the right side.
He's so salty.
We're on the right side here. I'm telling you, Kentucky's going to win this game outright. Anyway, let's keep it going here. Saturday, 7:30, Clemson at Florida State. Clemson only favored by 4.5. Preston, we're going to start with you. I know it's your team first, but is this disrespectful for Clemson to only be favored 4.5?
No, I think Florida State's a better team.
You got a vacuum behind you. but you can talk for a
Clemson
second.
minus 4.5.
No, tell us. I mean, any thoughts? I was just kidding. But any thoughts? Any thoughts?
No.
I mean, do you think it's disrespectful? No.
Hey,
No, I think
the line started out at 7.5.
No, I mean, it's really going to only help Clemson people who bet it. I'm not going to bet it personally. I'm just going to take it on this one. I think Clemson's a better team. They're on the road. I hope it doesn't kind of this rivalry's been pretty real. But
you think this could be a close game?
Yeah, I mean, they don't like each other.
Gotcha. Makes me kind of want to change my pick. Josh, you got?
I got Clemson minus 4.5.
Bryson, who you got?
Hate to say
Florida
it.
State.
I hate them, but I'm going with Florida State.
Yeah, I'm taking Clemson. I think Clemson wins this game. 4.5. I don't know. I mean, it's at Florida State though. Yeah, just give me Clemson. I already said Clemson. They've looked decent these last few weeks, and Florida State's been up and down. What did I do?
No, it wasn't you. I wrote down. Clay, are you going with Clemson?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Just give it to me.
All right.
Phone's on 2%.
Hey, you're different than Bryson. All right, Bryson.
2%. You got 2 picks left.
Last two games here. We are going Saturday, 8 o'clock. Number 7, USC at number 20, Utah. Utah favored by 3.5. Bryson, what you going with here? I know you don't like USC. Utah coming off a loss. What you think? They're favored by 3.5, though.
Yeah, I mean, not a big fan of USC, but they're pretty good this year. Utah coming off that loss. I thought Utah would be a whole lot better team this year, but I'm going to go with USC.
Give me them Oots potato chips. I'm taking them because I don't know. I feel like every time we've gotten this game wrong because we've always picked. Everybody thinks USC should be favored here, and I think the games we have picked this year where we was like, oh, this team should be favored. I think we've gotten that game wrong a lot of times. So I just think that Utah somehow going to win this game by minus 3.5. I don't know. I like USC, but I just think the line's kind of fishy. So give me Utah. Clay, who you got?
Give me USC just because I took all the favors in the other ones. I'm gonna take a
USC
non-favored right here.
All right.
Josh, who you got?
Yeah, I'm going USC.
I'm either going to do really good this week or really bad, boys.
I think they're really rolling good, so I'm gonna go with USC.
All right, Preston. We're not going to unmute Preston here. You cannot hear his pick. I will announce it. Preston, give me. Okay, he's saying USC. All right, I was going to tell him give me a thumbs up. So Preston's taking USC here. He does have somebody vacuuming behind him. Sorry, boys. It's all good. Anyway, I don't know if the dude can hear me, so I don't want to say that. Anyway, let's keep it going. Big game of the week.
Miss a spot.
What? Can the dude hear us at all, Preston? Can anybody hear us? Just you? I'm not okay. I was just wondering who vacuums at 10:30 at night. It's because y'all are closing down. Okay, he said that guy.
Yeah, dang, you got on the backpack. Jesus.
Hey,
listen. I got a yard you can come do, bud.
Listen.
Tell me he's spraying in there.
You know who around there?
Y'all got rodents.
You know who around there? Who you going to call?
Ghostbusters.
Oh, stupid. All right, let's keep it going. Big game of the week. We got one of the biggest games of the year. We have to go back. We have to go back with Bama. I know we didn't want to go back with Bama, but this number 3 versus number 6. Bama at Tennessee. Bama favored by 7.5. What is it? Number 3, Bama. Bama dropped another. Oh, there goes his pick. Damn. I'll have to text it to me. Bryson did fall out. This is just a shit show. This show is today is a shit show. That's all good. Anyway, number 3, Bama, the new number 3 at Tennessee. Josh, we'll go. We'll put Preston first in this game. Josh, any thoughts here? Give us some thoughts.
All right, so I think Bryce Young's going to play.
It's minus 7.5, by the way.
He was barking to come in the game in the fourth quarter in that A&M game late in the fourth. He was really wanting to come in. I think he's going to play. I'm going to take Alabama minus 7.5.
God, I was hoping you'd take Tennessee. I hope you were going to be in here. Oh, Bama should be number 4, number 5, number 6, number 7. Outside the top 10, Bama's not that good.
Hey, if Alabama was anybody else, they'd be number 6.
Yeah, probably. I mean, it depends. It depends if they've proven it to us or not. Yeah, probably. You're probably right. But no, I'm taking Bama as well. I don't think Tennessee's defense is going to do that, even though that bright ass orange might blind the quarterback.
Oh yeah, it's an orange out.
Tennessee.
It's an orange out.
Oh God, that might change it. Shit, you're already writing it.
I'm already throwing up. I got a bucket, so I can.
You're already writing. That might change. Yeah, that might have had. I didn't know it was an orange out. That might have should have changed my pick. I mean, that might blind some people.
I mean, any team that's ever done any of their color out against Alabama has never worked. So,
gotcha. I think Preston, are you good over there? I want to mute you for a second. Preston, who are you taking, Bama or Tennessee?
Tennessee plus 7.5. I think they're going to win this game outright.
All right, that's enough. All right, vacuum's too loud. But anyway, good job, Preston. Preston's taking Tennessee. Bryson, we'll get Bryson's pick. I'm sure Bryson's taking. I would think Bryson's taking Bama. I don't know. Could be wrong.
He could text it to us.
Yeah, he could text us to us. Clay, we forgot about Clay. Clay, who you taking?
I'm taking Tennessee in points.
Clay is taking Tennessee in the points. All right, so let's get to our top four. Josh, is Bama still in your top four? Or are they going to drop out of it? Bama's not in your top four.
Yeah, they're in my top four. They're in my top four.
They are?
Yeah.
Okay, give us your top four.
All right, I'm going to go with Ohio State. They haven't struggled against anybody. Then I'm going to go with Georgia. Then we'll go with Clemson. Then we'll go with Alabama.
Yeah. That's one thing I thought. I mean, before we keep it going, Josh, I mean, for them to move Bama to number 3, don't you think they should have moved Ohio State to number 1?
I mean, I thought so. I mean, Ohio State hadn't struggled with anybody. I mean, week 1, you could say they struggled a little bit with Notre Dame, but I mean, they're blowing
Plus,
out.
Plus, they
everybody.
had their 2, but they had a couple players out last week too. I know they didn't play nobody, but yeah. But I'm going to go with mine. I'm going to go with Georgia number 1. I'm still going with Bama number 2. I'm sticking the same. I don't know. I want to see Ohio State play somebody. I mean, we're going to see when they play Michigan a little while. I mean, what's the first good team Ohio State's going to play? I mean, decent team.
I have no idea.
They play Penn State here shortly. They play Michigan. That's the last game of the season, I believe.
They play Penn State in a couple of weeks.
Yeah, give me Georgia number 1, Bama number 2, Ohio State. I'm going number 3, and I'm going with the Clemson Tigers number 4. Preston, we'll come to you. Are you good? We'll come to you really quickly. Give your top 4 real quick. Oh, I just accidentally removed you. No. Give us your top 4 real quick. Oh, we can't hear
I got Georgia 1, Ohio State 2, Bama 3, and Clemson 4.
Georgia 1, Ohio State 2. When are you going to give some respect to your Clemson Tigers? When are they going to move up? I mean, everybody else, Clemson hasn't struggled.
When they beat Georgia State.
When Georgia, loses, Georgia's not going to be number 1 anymore. Until you beat the champ, you can't be the champ. So Georgia's going to be 1 until they lose a game, for sure. Ohio State just looks really good. Like you said, I need to see them actually play a good team. We thought that week 1 victory versus Notre Dame wasn't, we thought at first it was very good. Then they started losing. They lost the next 2 to App State and to Mercer. Yeah, I think that was who it was. Whoever it was. But I need to see a little more that Ohio State's, better than Georgia or on the same level as Georgia. But I still think Georgia's on a league of their own right now. I still think Alabama's a really good team. I mean, when you're Alabama, everybody's going to give you your shot, just like they are with Clemson and Georgia. I think it's unfair for people to really judge Alabama for the game that they play versus Texas A&M. I mean, look at the recruiting that they have on their team. Yeah, blind squirrel can find a nut every once in a while, but like I said, there's blood between them. It's the big game of the week. There's no way.
Somebody else came up with that quote. We'll go ahead.
No, I didn't say that. I didn't come up with that quote, obviously.
It's a joke. I knew it was going to piss you off. I'm sorry.
But I think Alabama's a really good team. I mean, they haven't lost yet, and it takes a really good team to be able to win games like that when they're not playing.
Stupid. I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'm sorry. I know I interrupted you. Clay's being stupid over here.
No, you're fine. But there's a possibility. There's a distant possibility that we have 3 orange schools in the playoff this year: Clemson, Oklahoma State, and Tennessee. Maybe the college football world is getting painted the color orange. Let's see.
God, I sure as hell hope not.
Well, we know y'all be wearing purple, so it don't matter.
Hey,
I'd probably have to root for y'all rather than that bright ass.
Hey, if Tennessee pulls the upset, they will jump to number 2.
Bullshit.
Why wouldn't they?
They're not jumping Clemson. Clemson has 2 top 15 victories. They're not jumping Clemson.
I think if they win,
they're not jumping Clemson.
They're 6 right now. I think if they beat Bama,
they would not jump Clemson.
I think they get in the top 4.
They're in the top 4. I think it would go Georgia, Ohio State, Clemson, Tennessee, but they not jump Clemson. They do not jump Clemson. They don't jump any of those teams if they're undefeated if they beat Alabama. I don't care. There's no way. The committee does not like Clemson, but they're not jumping Clemson.
I think they put Georgia, Ohio State.
It's not the committee. It's the Associated Press.
Okay, well, the Associated Press, they're not gonna jump Clemson. Clemson is 2.
God, please Tennessee win and they jump Clemson. Oh, I'm ready for next week.
I will freaking explode. But what I'm saying is, it's not biased.
It's the top 4. It doesn't matter.
They've got 2 top 15 victories, and they've looked dominant in the last 4 weeks.
2. Who's the top 10? Who's the top? Name
NC State.
Oh, God. I mean, okay, they've looked awesome. They almost lost East Carolina. Go ahead.
And Wake Forest. And I don't care anybody says.
Oh, my God. Wake Forest. Didn't Wake Forest?
You win the games that you play. I can't help it.
Yeah,
but
Clemson
you win the games that are put in front of you.
Clemson looked awesome that game.
No, they didn't look awesome. They looked terrible. But that shows that you're a good team. If you can win games when you're not playing your best, that's when you have to win games.
Tennessee hasn't looked awesome. All right, Josh is tired. Tennessee hasn't looked awesome.
Tennessee's looked awesome, yes. Well, not awesome, but they've looked good.
They haven't looked worse than Clemson. I mean, Clemson hadn't looked awesome in any game.
What?
They haven't looked awesome in any game. You had struggles against Georgia Tech.
31. You had struggles versus Missouri, and you're number 1. You wouldn't get jumped. You wouldn't get jumped.
Hey, what did you just say? What did you just say? We're the defending champs. What did you just say?
But hey, if they're going to win,
Tennessee's signature win just got beat by Georgia Tech. So, I mean, I don't know.
I'm just saying, I don't know if it will happen, but I wouldn't be surprised.
They would be top 4, but they wouldn't be. They would be top 4 because they would place Alabama.
Yeah.
But
I'm just saying, I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if they put Tennessee. I wouldn't be super surprised.
I would. But they haven't played. They haven't played anybody like. I get it, but they haven't neither is Clemson. But Clemson has 2 top 15 victories, and that does have to have some weight to it. It doesn't matter. I mean, if you're in the top 4, it doesn't matter. You're going to make it into the playoffs regardless. Right. But I'd lose my mind if they got
the moment is going to be huge for Tennessee. Are they going to be able to sustain the emotions and the anxiety of this game?
Yeah,
is what I'm looking for. I mean, Alabama's already played in one hostile environment.
2.
I don't know.
Well, I guess technically 1 on the road, but 1 at home, which I wouldn't say hostile. But you're playing a hostile team.
All right, let's keep it going. Before we end it, does anybody have a lock of the week?
Well, Clayton, what's your top 4?
I don't need top 4.
He don't need top 4.
What's your top 4?
College football.
It doesn't matter.
My top 4. I go Ohio State, Georgia, Alabama, and then Clemson.
He said the same thing as Josh. You just heard what Josh said. Anyway, lock of the week. I'm going Kentucky +6.5. Preston, you got anybody for the lock of the week? Did you write one down?
No, I don't have one. But give me Clemson -4.5. They're going to win this game by more than that.
Hey, you didn't sound too confident when you were talking about it, brother.
I said it's going to be a closer game, but I think they're going to win by more than 4.5. They'll probably win by 10.
Clay, who you got?
Florida at the Swamp.
Didn't you take it? Or no, you took Florida. Sorry. Okay, Clay's taking Florida. Josh.
All right.
Josh, we see right there. Who you got? Or Hand or whatever the hell that is.
Oh, my bad. Since Preston went with his team in the lock of the week, I'm gonna go with mine. Alabama lock of the week.
-7.5. Ooh.
Yeah.
Do you think that's going to be bad luck if they somehow come out and lose?
No.
You just picked bet because you always said never bet on your team.
Don't speak that in the.
But you always said never bet on your team. So.
I'm not betting. I'm doing lock of the week on the podcast.
But if we're being completely honest, Alabama, as long as they don't get blown out in this game, they technically could lose this game because Tennessee's in the East. They went out the West. They beat either Georgia or Tennessee in the SEC championship game you're in.
Both these teams still control their own destiny no matter what happens.
Yeah. Because, I mean, Georgia's still got to play Tennessee. And Alabama, if they take care of the West, if they beat Ole Miss, I feel like they're golden to the SEC championship game. I feel like they've done enough, right? Would they lock up the SEC championship game? with the victory over Ole Miss? Well, I mean, I guess technically you're gonna play Auburn, but obviously,
No, Auburn's out of it.
If you lose to Tennessee,
if we lose this game, we would have to beat Mississippi State and Ole Miss.
okay.
So how disappointed would it be? How disappointed would you be? I know I don't want to keep us going too much. I'm saying if y'all won all your games and lost to Auburn.
Oh yeah, that would be definitely disappointing.
Would that be more?
But not as disappointing as getting beat by Tennessee, dude. I hate Tennessee. Right. It's a rival. It's a huge rival, dude. It goes way back.
Did you already buy the cigar?
Yeah, I got a cigar for that.
Send a picture when you smoke it.
I'm surprised you didn't have to say it. Bryson, you should have had cigars when Bryson was up there. Bryson would have smoked cigars.
It's only after Tennessee.
Yeah, it's only after the Tennessee game.
Wow.
Gotcha.
I lived with Bama fans. I know.
I lit it up in the stadium, but 2 years ago, or 3 years ago, in the third quarter, we were beating them so bad. The whole stadium was lit up with cigars.
Well, it's going to be.
Cade has a little bubblegum cigar.
It's going to be an exciting game for sure. I expect a lot of points. I expect it to be a boring game, so I'm going to be tuning in for that one. What did I say? It's 3:30 game, correct?
Yeah.
Gotta be
3:30.
Gotcha. All right. Well, if there's nothing else you guys want to add, appreciate everybody watching this. Bryson fell out, but we'll get his pick for the last game here soon. I'm pretty sure he's taking Bama. Appreciate everybody watching. Make sure you like, subscribe to YouTube, follow Apple Podcasts, download Spotify, whatnot. Peace.
Peace.